Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to take a look at how to install and set up the rotary to be used in the Mutoh 661 UV printer. Let's get to it. Alright, to start with, what we're going to do is first we need to get the rotary installed. So we click on the home button and then we scroll down to menu 5 for options. Scroll over to rotary unit, scroll over again, and here rotary unit, install rotary unit, just hit enter, press enter there, and then we'll scroll down to yes, hit enter again, and here we're going to make sure that we do not have any media loaded into the printer, and as you can see there is nothing loaded in there right now. So then we'll go ahead and hit enter again. So now what it's doing is it's going to go and lower the bed to a set height. Go ahead and lift the lid, and you can see that the bed has scooted back and lowered down as well. The next step is we need to remove these covers on both sides. So just using a Phillips screwdriver, go and take that screw off and remove this cover. And then again on this side. Just like so. The next thing that we want to do is bring the rotary over and very carefully set that inside. Now they have these pins right here, and those need to line up with these holes. And so we need to lower these thumb screws, or loosen these thumb screws so we can lower this guy down. And get them down into those spots. And using the provided Allen wrench, we'll go ahead and tighten these screws down. Go ahead and leave these guys loose for now. And this right here is a cover for the sensor. In their earlier models of the 661s, the sensor was actually located over on this side, but on the later models of the 661, the sensor is actually located over on this side. So we'll go ahead and attach that guy right there, and it is just held on with a magnet. It makes it super easy. Go ahead and close the lid and press enter. Scroll down to yes, that the unit has been installed. Hit enter again. Now this is where you're going to choose your user type. You could have preset in there different sizes of the items that you're printing, so you don't have to go through that setup every single time. So we'll go ahead and leave it on type 1 for now. We'll hit enter. The next thing it's asking for is the diameter of what you're going to be printing. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using a water bottle. And to get the diameter, just use a set of calipers, like so. And you want to measure the widest portion of it. And we come out to 3.52 inches, which is actually 89 millimeters. So we need to make this adjustment. So you hit the pause button, that then gets it in there where you can adjust it, and then we need to adjust this down until we get to 89.5. Just like so. And then press enter. Then the next thing that is asking you to do is set the pitch width to wide. And we'll show you where that is. So the pitch width is actually set up by raising these guys. Move this out of the way, a little bit easier to see. So you raise these guys up and then turn it a little bit, and then you can slide it forward and back. If you have it slid like this, this is narrow, and then with them slid out like this and then locked back into place, this is where you're going to have it set to wide. Just like so. So we will come back here and say yes, we have it set to wide. Press enter. Now it says to loosen thumb screws. Which I actually have those guys loosened up already. So what it's going to do now is, since we had set the height, or actually the diameter of what we're going to be printing on, it needs to adjust the table height for that. So hit enter, thumb screws loose, yes, and now it adjusted the height of the table. Go ahead and lift it up, tighten the thumb screws, close the door. We'll press enter. Thumb screws tightened. Go to yes, hit enter. Now it says set media. So one thing that we want to check at this point is to make sure that we have the table at the proper height to avoid a head strike. So to do that, we'll go ahead and lift the door. Set our water bottle in there. Now one really important thing to keep in mind is, since the laser is actually covered up, it will not detect if you have anything that's going to cause a head strike. So for using the rotary, we have the bar that was included with the purchase. You take and set that right across here, so it's resting on top of this piece here, and then right over here as well. And then I take a piece of paper and I slide it down it, and as you can see right there, it will actually cause a potential head strike. So to adjust that, just loosen up the thumb screws, and then I always use a piece of paper, but it just makes it easy. I'll lower it down using the knob down here, and then raise it back up, moving the paper back and forth just until it gets to the point where it just barely touches. Then tighten the thumb screws back up, remove the bar, and now you're not going to have to worry about a head strike. Now that we have the water bottle installed, we'll go ahead and hit the arrow to move the table back. That is now moving the table back into the print position. Set media. So we'll go ahead and hit enter. So width, this is how wide the water bottle is that we're going to be printing on. So in this particular water bottle, it looks like our print area is going to be right about 6 3/4 of an inch. So now on the display, we need to adjust this up until we get to 6 and 3/4. And this is actually displayed in 30 seconds. So 3/4 is 24 30 seconds. So go up to 24. Actually skips it, so we'll do 23 3/4. Hit enter. And then the length will be the diameter of a water bottle. Measure that guy here, so that is right about 11 1/8. So we'll go ahead and adjust this down. And that is for 30 seconds. Now the origin, this is going to be where your print is going to start on the tumbler itself. And you can see that it has a laser pointer right here. Now to make the adjustments, because we're actually going to start printing right over here. So to make that adjustment, we just push this arrow button going to the left, and you can hold it and it'll slide over a little bit longer. And we keep doing this until we get it in the spot that we want. And we'll call that good right there. Then hit the enter button. And you are ready to print. So the last thing we're going to cover is removing the rotary. So the first thing we need to do is push the arrow button, down arrow button, to bring the table back. And then hit the home button. Go back down to menu 5, the option, over to rotary unit. And this time it says remove unit, press enter. We'll go ahead and press enter. Down to yes, hit enter again. Unload media, and as you can see, we do not have anything in the rotary at this point. We'll go ahead and hit enter. Remove rotary unit, press enter, hit enter one more time. And now we can work on taking the rotary out. So we'll go ahead and remove the sensor cover. And these screws that are holding it into place. And now we can lift it out. Being very careful not to hit anything. We'll go ahead and put these covers back in place and attach the screws. Close the door and then press enter. Yes, enter again. Now the bed's going to move back to the home position. And that is it. It does seem like quite a bit of work to get the rotary in and out, but after you do it a few times, it'll get much easier. If you have found this video helpful, please like or subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or any suggestions for any future videos, just leave those in the comments. Thanks a lot and have a great day.